When Bryan Danielson won the AEW World Championship at All in London in an incredible match against Swerve Strickland, a lot of fans had the question of what is next. Well, today we answered as we book the American Dragon's AEW World Championship reign. We will start at All Out, where Danielson will be defending the belts against Jack Perry. This was announced on Dynamite after a pretty good angle where Perry lays out Danielson holding up both championships. Perry is the future of AEW and has been doing some great work in this new heel role, including pinning Danielson at Anarchy in Arena in Double or Nothing. But I do think this is a pretty passable first feud. We saw this with Swerve and Christian Cage. It's a 2-week build, so it should be a pretty decent match. Danielson wins, and we move on to Grand Slam at Arthur Ashe Stadium, which has already been announced to be against Darby Allin. In this match, you can tell a pretty simple story. You have two guys both from the state of Washington, great friends, but they're fighting over the AEW World Championship, which Bryan put his career on the line to win, and Darby has never won before. I think these two could put on a great match, but in the end, we can maybe see a Darby heel turn, or at least some slits to that, but nonetheless, this should not be much of a crazy feud or anything. Danielson should win here, and we move on to the first big feud at Wrestle Dream. And it is home state of Washington against Zack Sabre Jr. It is Danielson defending the AEW Championship, and here you can start to tell the story of Danielson taking on every opponent and just beating himself up to the point where he doesn't know if he can defend next. We've seen these two put on great matches. They're tied at 1 with Danielson winning in Tacoma, and then at Wrestle Dream, it was Sabre coming out on top. This third match should be awesome. Technical wrestling is Danielson's forte, and he has been able to show it in these matches against ZSJ. Once again, Danielson retains, but you can start to see some signs of injury piling up, not just in the neck. And while Danielson's off with some injuries, he's also off settling some personal disputes, as he will face Kazuchika Okada at Full Gear. These two are tied at 1-1 as well after Danielson won at Forbidden Door, and it was Okada winning at Wrestle Kingdom. We haven't really seen what a full-fledged feud-ending match with these guys could be, and I'm sure it'll be nothing short of incredible. They have the history built up from Anarchy in the Arena. They faced off on Dynamite in a tag match. This should be awesome, and I have big expectations for it as a full Gear main event, which is one of AEW's big shows. In this match, you can have Okada really target the neck, which will play a big role in this next feud. And all those Rainmakers damaging the neck may catch up to Danielson as he faces Samoa Joe at Winter is Coming. The Muscle Buster and Coquina Clutch should be a big part of this feud, centering around Danielson's neck health. Can Danielson keep that neck healthy? And if Joe locks in the Coquina Clutch, he could injure the neck. If he hits the Muscle Buster, he could not only end the AEW World Championship reign, but the career of Danielson. Danielson, at this point, should be fighting for his life. All these injuries should be catching up to him, but he should be saying, no, I will keep fighting, because I put my career on the line to win this AEW Championship, and I'm going to die if I have to defend it. So Joe can go crazy. He can be hitting Muscle Busters week after week, but in the end, you do get Danielson coming out on top with the Busaiku knee, and he wins by submission to prove to Joe that he is the better technician. But that neck, once again, is going to be a big part of the next feud he's in. Danielson will not have to dodge the buckshot lariat, because at World's End, it is Page and Danielson 4. With all this history in AEW, and most recently coming to a head at All In with Hangman causing a distraction in the match, allowing Danielson to pick up some steam. You can have Hangman playing off that, saying, yeah, we have history, but most recently, I helped you win the AEW World Championship. But at the end of the day, they have the history from the Owen Hart tournament and everything surrounding it. You can have Page trying to just hit that buckshot lariat, decapitate Danielson. He could be the new Swerve, just this anti-hero that everyone loves, cutting promos on babies. He could bring up the family. This should be everything, because MJF lost the title at Worlds, and you can build up some real suspense that Hangman will defeat the American Dragon and end another AEW World Championship reign at Worlds. And at the end of the day, Danielson does indeed retain. I could not think of a more revolution match than Danielson versus Omega. Literally the AEW Revolution. These two putting AEW on the map with an incredible time limit draw on Dynamite. The One-Winged Angel is this time the threat for Danielson's neck, and we've seen it take out some necks before, but after the match on Dynamite, this could be a match of the century, seeing what they can do. I mean, just think of the possibilities. On pay-per-view, you could maybe build up some drama to that 60-minute time, but or just remove the time limit in general, because these two can put on the great match. You've seen it before, and we can see it again, but Danielson should win with the Busaiku knee, pinning Kenny Omega, and really getting that big notch on his resume, and concluding that story en route to his retirement. Beach Break is up next, and Eddie Kingston's going to put it all on the line against Danielson. A well-documented amount of respect between these two in AEW. They've had some great matches before, and this one should be no different. Kingston should be going against all of his morals. He's going to defeat Danielson and possibly retire him. That's something he would never do based on his character. And at the end, he's going to be conflicted. He could win the match, but instead he chooses not to. He can't hit that kill shot that he should be hitting. Danielson wins, and a show of respect ensues to end the match. Double or nothing. Double Will Ospreay. Ospreay Danielson 2. This should be incredible. Their first match was, for me, the best match ever on American soil. It didn't even really have a story going into it. Now you can put the story in there. Ospreay needs to win the AEW World Championship to really solidify himself as the future of the company, but Danielson won't let it go. Bring the Tiger Driver into play. Ospreay should not want to hit the Tiger Driver. He has an amount of respect for Danielson, and the neck has just built up so much pain during this reign with everyone targeting the neck, so you can really turn into that here, but it's just technical wrestling. It's just a great match, and at the end, Danielson does defeat Ospreay. You can do the third match whenever you want, but I think you give Danielson this big win to really solidify the reign and say, this is the greatest AEW World Championship reign ever, the greatest matches, and now he's just beaten Will Ospreay. Walk with me on this one at Forbidden Door. Ishii, bruh. Imagine just how much fun this match would be. Take a break from all the seriousness of this reign with the injury and just have a fun match with Ishii and Danielson just beating the crap out of each other. Red chest, the neck should just be, they should be done. Pile drivers, everything should be going on in this match. And in the end, Danielson retains with a show of respect from Ishii. But this match, just think of all the loads of fun you could have with Kaze and Inare. It's going to be awesome. And 1 year's worth of stories all culminates in London when we get Swerve Danielson 2. The first match was exceptional, and the second should be no different. The parallels are now opposite this time. Swerve had to fight through the Owen to get a chance at Danielson. He should be incensed. The whole year should revolve around Swerve trying to get back at Danielson. He wants to end the American Dragon. He should be wild. Cut them promos on babies. Just do it. Bring the family into it. Everything should be on tap for these two. And I think you get Swerve to retire Danielson in the end. Not now, but Swerve retires Danielson, and he takes a big step when he ends the reign as incensed as he is, as crazed as he is, at All In defeating the American Dragon. If it all goes to plan, Danielson wears himself out. His neck takes such a toll that he can't go any further, and Swerve's house call is the call to end his reign. Danielson does it all, but in the end, his own mind gets the best of him. What did you think of everything I just presented to you? Did you agree? Did you disagree? Be sure to leave that in the comment section down below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new here. Be sure to check out our website, section101.org, our Instagram for updates, and our Spotify for long-term podcasts. That's all you have for today. My name's Ben. Thanks for listening to Section 101. See you next time.